Hello there, this is going to be a general love reading for all signs. Mercury has gone direct officially, but as we know, you have the post shadow period. So we're not necessarily out of the woods yet, as they say, right? Mercury rules communication, Mercury rules transportation, rules electronics and such, right? So we still might get into a little bit of things, even though Mercury is finally moving on up of that irritations. All right, here we go. If you follow me on Instagram, xi_missy_xi, I posted a reel from the movie When Harry Met Sally. Because what's so strange about this, because this is the energy, is I was thinking about that movie in my head, one of my favorite rom-coms, right? When Harry Met Sally. And I was thinking, wow, it's like crazy, right? He comes at the midnight hour on New Year's Eve, confesses his love, you know, and then I just kept thinking about how for years they've been challenging me to come at the midnight hour. Oh my God, right? And then I see the reel that I posted on my Instagram. I see it and I go, oh my God, like that's just so fucking crazy. I was just thinking about it. So anyways, I reposted it. And then I went live earlier just a moment ago on Instagram, and the cards were just like ridiculous. And the energy is literally like When Harry Met Sally. Meaning that for some of you, it could have started out, as we know, as this friendship thing or as this acquaintance, right? Because they weren't really friends at first. They were like acquaintances. Their friends were friends or whatever it was. Remember, he gave her the ride. But the oyster keeps coming up in the spirit animal deck. And the oyster is basically this. Closed up. Clammed up. Not open. The thing about the oyster is it gets a pearl, right? But the pearl is created how? Because something gets in, even though the oyster is closed up, something gets in and starts to irritate the oyster, and the oyster starts to reject it and spit it out. And through that process, the beautiful alchemy is you get a pearl. And you can see the symbolism of being closed up, right? Oyster is also closed up. Somebody got in. Someone here may not have been very open to this connection or the idea of love itself. And it gets in. Love sneaks in. Someone was not looking for it and it came right in. Isn't that how it works? You know what I mean? Why do I feel like you guys are so close? Love just came in. Hold on, I gotta change the blinds too. I don't know what else to say. Love sneaks in. It's mutual. It's a mutual connection, right? So we keep going back to that because we're not talking about a connection where it's unreciprocated. Action might have been unreciprocated, right? Here we go, Ace of Wands. Action might have been unreciprocated. Being open, one was, one wasn't, both weren't, whatever it was, you weren't on the same page, and magic happens. The magician just keeps coming out. It's magic. But it's also somebody who, you know, with the magician, it's deceptive, and not in a bad way, but in a way of they're an illusionist. So someone here might have also been pretending they're not open, pretending they're not interested. It was a facade. They were trying to protect themselves. protect themselves. They didn't want to fall. Vortex, see, and now it's opening. Because that's exactly what's happening. You go from being extremely closed up, right? Someone here not being open at all, being extremely closed up, and then now they're opening. There's an opening. There's a crack. Pride, ego, arrogance, vain. So someone here may have been prideful, egotistical, pig-headed, stubborn. Sure. All of the above? Sure. Aligned. There it is again. There it is again. The clock tower, midnight hour. Countdown. 3, 2, 1. Midnight. Happy New Year. There it is again. I have channeled it for fucking years. They've said to me, they come at the midnight hour. They're going to come at the midnight hour. It symbolizes that at midnight, you're going into a new cycle. It's going to become a new day. So it's symbolic of as we roll into a new cycle, as we roll into our new life or whatever this would be, this is when it happens. When you're right on the precipice, right? The vortex literally says threshold. And that's what midnight is. It's the threshold between yesterday and tomorrow. See the symbolism of midnight? Midnight is also 0 hour. It's when everything resets. We just had a fucking reset button pressed on all of us with the eclipse. But remember, eclipse energy can last up to 6 months. So it doesn't mean that the reset hasn't happened yet. Bridge, bottom of the deck, unite, connection, and communication. It's really all of the above. Because I feel like it was tight-lipped. This masculine wasn't saying shit. And then you have the opposite ones, right? That say everything. Oh, I love you. I miss you. And you're just like, ew, it's never the ones that we want, but they're the ones that's always so communicative. They're always reaching out. And you're just like, read the room, bro. Read the room. It ain't you. It ain't you. But of course, the one that you love, the one that you want to be with, that you are trying to tell yourself, fuck them, they're irritating. It's like Harry met Sally. They're both irritated with each other, but underlying love each other, but it's just tension. And they're so different, right? When if you watch the movie, when you watch it, you'll see they're so different. He's almost annoyed by the way that she is, and she's annoyed by him. But it becomes where they become friends. And it's just, I mean, I don't want to give it away if you've never seen it. It's such an old movie. I hope you've seen it, but it's crossing a threshold. Something comes in right before you cross a threshold. Whether the threshold is your new cycle, whether it's a new job, whether it's moving, whether it's you just met someone else and you're just about to say yes to this other person, to even open yourself up to dating, whatever this is, it's something happening and them coming in right at that threshold. You're right on the precipice of some kind of new change. And it is not one-sided. It's not. There is mutual attraction. The fuck is that? Emotions, yeah. Feelings, purging, overwhelm. And then that's what they've tried to keep to themselves and hide, right? 4 of Pentacles, the oyster. They tried to keep it to themselves, right? See, like that? Ritual, spell work, manifest, and magic. But you also have sparks because it is like magic. You know, the ritual also makes me feel like this is someone has, like they're habitual and they have their own ritual. I'm single and I like to do this like this. And this is my, you see what I'm saying? Something's very ritualistic about their life and the way they are. And that does tie into stubborn. But it also is about this has been manifested. Because I think that at the end of the day, they're going to have the characteristics of everything you've wanted and literally manifested, but it may not be presented that way. It could be presented in the way of, you're fucking irritating. But that doesn't mean that it's like, see, there's a difference. You know, men can be irritating and we're seriously grossed out and not attracted to them. Fuck no. This is where I'm attracted to you fully, but you're fucking irritating. You agitate me, you get under my skin, you trigger me. And it's almost as if that's sort of on purpose, right? It's what your guys' roles are in each other's life, to come in and almost disrupt and get the person agitated, irritated, so that they do open up. Spellbound. I was enchanted to meet you. Soul connection. Divine masculine. Yep, he is spellbound. Yes, he is. That's a higher vibrational man. That is not a delusional man. That's not a man that's perpetrating being somebody that he ain't. It is not. It's a very successful man. Someone here who's he's very clever. It's the first word I saw in my head. He's clever, smart. He's a businessman. For some, he's a businessman. May own his own business. He's a boss. Very financially affluent. And he's watching her. You see her? She doesn't know it. And in honesty, they might be mesmerized by you, and in awe, because you are so independent. But he's not engaging with her, is my point. You see what I told you? It's not the ones in your inbox. Oh, I love you so much. You're getting me. It's not. It's not. Will they be like that maybe at midnight hour? Sure. And if you've watched the movie, at the ending when he comes and he kind of confesses to her, you can see it on her face, like I've been waiting for this, you know, but she's still just so like irritated. But you see what I'm saying? It's like she's been waiting for it. She's been waiting for them. Head over heels. Obsession and protection. Yeah, very, very tight, like the oyster, very sealed up, very protective of self, protective of their heart, doesn't want to let anybody in. But somebody gets in. You get in. This obsession here is that it's like they just can't stop thinking about it. It's like when Harry met Sally in the movie, he starts to become obsessive about it towards the end. He can't stop thinking about it. And not obsessive in a bad way, you know, not at all. But in a way of he can't stop thinking about her. It always goes back to her. It's Sally. It's Sally. And for Sally, it's Harry. Intensity and late night communication. Yep. It is communication that she is praying for secretly. She'll never tell him that. She'll never tell him that. She won't say, oh, I was waiting for you. That's why this motherfucker ain't blocked. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I mean? It's like, I should block them. You'll never. I'm gonna remove them as a friend on my Facebook. Yeah, bitch, please. No, because deep down you're like, please just fucking call me, you dumbass. Please call me. The rider. There we go. Here we go. It literally says message, but it also says travel, which comes up every fucking day. Messenger, it's movement, it's green light, progress. Earlier on the live I was doing on Instagram, we're talking about how the cheetah came out, right? And the cheetah is like this. It's very fast, it's quick, it's 0 to 1,000,000. Because they think it's this whole nothing, holding back, withholding, holding back, not saying anything, tight lip, trying to push it away. No, I don't like them. I'm not in love with her. She's irritating. I'm not in love with her. Nope, she's just a friend. No. And then all of a sudden, I love Sally. And then you have the magnets because it's yearning. It's this mutual pining. It's mutual attraction. It literally says, je ne sais quoi. There's an X factor here between the two of you. You have major gravitational pull towards each other. They're charmed by you. I mean, most men will be. That's not news to you. You'll be all, oh, yeah, I know. Because when the vibration starts raising, that's why some people think that they're in love with you, but they're not in love with you. What they are is they're attracted to your light. But they're not aware enough to be able to distinguish that, right? You see, we know the higher you ascend, the more you're able to sort of be decisive. Better, you can read the room better, right? When people aren't as awakened, they cannot distinguish between I'm attracted to them because they're just physically attractive, or I'm in love with them, or I'm attracted to them because of their light and their aura and they have a healing energy. They don't know the difference if they're low vibed. Remember, so I told you it's how you just can tell right off the bat where someone's vibration is on how they read the room. Wheel of Fortune. Yes, because the wheel is fucking turning. It's also sudden change because it landed on top of the rider. See, Fox. Someone here may have been a little bit irritating because this is self-interest, right? Sly. They may not have been revealing their whole hand, and all along in their hand was they're in love with you. They love you. They're attracted to you. But the wheel turns because it's going to be midnight. Raccoon. Holy fuck. Look at it. It says clever. Didn't I tell you that's a word I saw? This person's clever. They're just smart. They're very intellectual. They can figure things out. They might be really crafty. And in fact, the fucking fox says crafty. Third person, you have a stranger, rival love. I think that they're nervous about that. They're nervous that you're fucking other people or with someone else. Falcon, see, there it is, Ascension, rising up, the vibration, rising up. Dolphins, that's friendship. You guys have a lot of very wonderful communication. This is somebody who, even if you're not in communication with, you were in communication with recently. And I mean recent, like within the past year. This is not somebody I didn't talk to them for 4 years, 3 years. There's been a break in sort of this push-pull thing, right? That's the dynamic of this actually, is push-pull, not where it fizzles out and there's no attraction. It's push-pull. Run and kind of chase, run away and chase. You see what I'm saying? It's like the dog. Everything here is friendship. And then here's the Emperor, because the Emperor is like just in, look at him, he's in awe. There's the islands. Standoffish. Yeah, he looks very standoffish, doesn't he? He looks like he's not very open. Push them away. His thing is about pushing people away when it becomes romantic and emotional. This is not someone here who is trying to hook up with all these bitches, or oh, they're so in love with you and they come out the gate with it. No, 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 no. They're not open to it. It's almost like it's this very unexpected, wasn't looking for it, boom, there it was, situation. They weren't looking and you weren't looking. Something quite serendipitous about it too. There could be a lot of synchronicities surrounding you guys. A lot of, oh wow, me too, like that kind of shit. Like, you, trust me, watch, because you guys are so intersected without knowing how intersected you are. You know what I mean? Detached, emotionally detached. That's what they were. They were emotionally detached. They weren't open. They were a fucking clam, an oyster, the Four of Pentacles. Closed up. The door was closed. It says a visitor arrives, but I'm telling you, it's what it is. The door was closed to this connection. They weren't open to love. They were emotionally detached. Now they're not, because they've fallen. Friendship, there we fucking go. You ever notice, like, when you start to become really close with somebody, you start to talk like them? You guys start to say the same things. Like, I know somebody and he said, like, he's starting to talk like me and say things like me, and then I noticed in my readings recently, I constantly keep saying something. And I was thinking, that's what he says. Because you just sort of start to melt into each other, and like they start to talk like you start to talk. And it's, I don't know, I just had to point that up because for some of you guys that might be what it is. What do I keep saying that I don't always say, but I've said it yesterday and today? You know what I'm saying? That's what I keep saying. And I noticed this person I know that I've been talking to a hell of a lot, he says it all the time. And I don't want to constantly keep saying that. I don't want to be one of those people that constantly says something and it's irritating. I mean, I do say motherfucker all the time and fucking whatever, but, you know, you guys are rubbing off on each other. You've rubbed off on each other. You're mirroring each other. That's the best way to put it. Mirroring. Nostalgic. Someone misses you. Adoration. Pampered. Head over heels. Stimulating. It's just all nonstop. It's just nonstop energy. The pampered is obviously the way they're going to treat you. They're going to treat you like a fucking queen. I doubt it. He's so pig-headed and prideful and rude to me and cold and so emotionally detached. Yeah, because he was trying to protect himself. He was trying to push you away. He wasn't looking for love. It's like when Harry met Sally. But when you guys are together and when the oyster opens, they're this softy inside. They're going to be head over heels, goo goo gaga. They're head over heels. Elusiveness, hiding, past life, and wealth. I told you it's a wealthy fucker. I told you. People always want to argue with me. People want to argue with me. You don't argue with me. It's my fucking reading and I say what I feel and I'm channeling the energy and the cards never lie. I told you in yesterday's reading or the reading before that, there's somebody who has a lot of motherfucking money. Whatever job they do, they make a lot of money. They're wealthy. Very wealthy. This is somebody here who's he could be very educated. He could be someone who's street smart and then created an empire. But whoever this is, they're not just, oh, that dude makes a good money every year. No, I told you that yesterday. I told you this is like bordering wealth. They own a house, it's paid off. They have vehicles or whatever, it's paid off. That's the energy. I almost said it again. You see what I'm saying? Because this motherfucker says it all the time. And he's constantly saying something too. And he said, why am I saying this? You say that. I'm like, oh, bitch, I don't know. Great. Well, if I keep saying it, you guys know why I'm saying it all of a sudden. Because apparently he says it and I caught him. I was like, why do you keep saying that? He was like, I heard you say it. I said, I don't say that. I say it sometimes. See, it's just crazy how we can mirror people. Let's get into this extended. Let's just get into this extended. Should you wish to rent it, click below this video the word more. Don't forget, follow me on Instagram, xi_missy_xi. To rent this video, you're gonna go to my website, okay? So below this video, click on that first link and it's gonna go to my website, extended readings. Then you're gonna look for special love / oracle readings. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your subscriptions here on YouTube. And we are gonna try and decipher what this is all about in the extended, all right? Love you guys, bye.